Indian classical music is a rich and vibrant art form that has a history spanning several millennia. It is a form of music that is deeply rooted in tradition, culture, and spirituality, and has been passed down through generations of musicians and music lovers. The origins of Indian classical music can be traced back to the Vedic period, which dates back to around 1500 BCE. The Vedas are a collection of ancient Sanskrit hymns that are considered to be the oldest sacred texts of Hinduism. Music played an important role in the Vedic culture, and it was believed that music had the power to connect human beings with the divine. Over time, Indian classical music evolved into two main genres: Hindustani classical music and Carnatic classical music. Hindustani classical music is primarily associated with northern India, while Carnatic classical music is primarily associated with southern India. Both genres have their own unique characteristics, but they share many common features, such as the use of ragas, melodic modes, and talas, rhythmic cycles. One of the defining characteristics of Indian classical music is its emphasis on improvisation. While the basic structure of a piece of music is usually predetermined, the performer is given a great deal of freedom to improvise within that structure. This means that every performance of a piece of music is unique and can never be replicated exactly. Another important aspect of Indian classical music is its use of ragas. A raga is a specific melodic mode that is used as the basis for a piece of music. There are hundreds of ragas in Indian classical music, each with its own unique characteristics and associations. A skilled performer is able to evoke a wide range of emotions and moods by using different ragas. In addition to ragas, Indian classical music also makes use of talas, which are rhythmic cycles. A tala is a repeating pattern of beats that provides a framework for the performer to work within. There are many different talas in Indian classical music, each with its own unique characteristics and associations. Indian classical music is also characterized by its use of various instruments. Some of the most commonly used instruments in Hindustani classical music include the sitar, sarod, tabla, and santoor. In Carnatic classical music, some of the most commonly used instruments include the veena, mridangam, and ghatam. One of the most important aspects of Indian classical music is its connection to spirituality. Many of the ragas and talas in Indian classical music are associated with particular deities or aspects of the divine. For example, the raga Bhairavi is associated with the goddess Durga, while the tala Roopkam is associated with the god Ganesha. It is believed that by performing these ragas and talas, the performer is able to connect with the divine and experience a sense of transcendence. Indian classical music has had a profound influence on the culture and society of India. It has been an important part of religious and social rituals for thousands of years, and it has also played an important role in the development of Indian literature, poetry, and dance. Many of the great works of Indian literature, such as the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, were originally composed as musical dramas. In recent years, Indian classical music has gained a following outside of India as well. Many musicians and music lovers around the world have become interested in this rich and vibrant art form, and there are now many schools and academies dedicated to teaching Indian classical music to students from all over the world. Despite the many changes that have taken place in Indian society over the centuries, Indian classical music has remained a constant and enduring art form. It continues to inspire and enchant audiences around the world with its beauty, complexity,